Let's add a custom block and item tab to Minecraft. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be adding custom blocks and item groups. First thing you want to do is head over to your tutorial package, make a block package, and make a class called mod blocks. In here we're going to make a private static void, and we're going to name this register block item. So you can actually pick up your item in here. It's going to be string, name, and block, net Minecraft block. And here we're just gonna return registry.register built-in registries.item resource location from namespace and path, your mod ID, so tutorial.mod ID, then the name, and then comma new block item, the block new item.properties dot use block description prefix, then dot set ID resource key dot create registries.item, another resource location from namespace and path, your mod ID, and then the name. All right, that's block items. Now we're going to create private static block, register block, string name, a function, block behavior.properties, block behavior.properties, properties. Here we're going to run block can equal function.apply properties.setID, and we can just copy this, and then we're going to change items to block. Then we're going to run register block item, name, and the block, then return registry.register, built-in registries.block, resource location from namespace and path, your mod ID, and then the name, the block. Up here, you're going to make a public static final block. Mine is going to be maple planks. This is going to equal register the ID, so maple underscore planks, block ::new, then block behavior dot properties dot of full copy, and then the block you want to copy. Since mine is a plank, I'm gonna do blocks dot oak planks. Now what we want to do is head over to our resources folder. Under assets tutorial, create a new folder named block states. Then in here we're gonna do maple underscore planks.json. So this ID right here. Then in here, we're going to do curly brackets, variance, another curly brackets, an empty string, another curly bracket, and then model going to be your mod ID, block / the block ID. Now we're going to head over to models. We're going to make a new folder called block. And in here, we're going to make maple planks.json. And in here, it's going to be parent Minecraft block / cube underscore all. Then the textures going to be all tutorial block / the block ID. Then in our item models, we're going to make maple planks.json. And in here, it's just going to be parent mod ID block / maple underscore planks. Then in your textures folder, we're going to make a new folder called block and paste your texture file in here. Now I have my maple planks. Next, you're going to want to create a maple planks.json file in your items. And in here, we're going to just copy this, paste it, and change limestone to maple planks. Then in your lang, we're going to run block dot your mod ID dot the ID. So block.tutorial.maple planks, and then the name of it, maple planks. Then in our mod blocks, I'm actually going to rename this to register block. We're going to make a public static void register. And in here, you can add a logger if you want, like your items, blocks registered. And in your tutorial class, you're going to run mod blocks.register. You will see that you have your items in your hotbar inventory, and you can place them on the ground. Now for the item group, what you want to do is go to your item package, make a new Java class called mod item group. And in here, we're going to make a public static final creative mode tab. And we're going to name this my item group. It's going to equal registry.register built-in registries creative mode tab, then resource location from namespace and path, tutorial.mod ID, and then tutorial, then creative mode tab.builder, and then in here you're gonna run creative mode tab.row.top, 0, and then .icon is gonna be a supplier, so the two parentheses with the arrow, new item stack, and this is gonna be the icon. So I want the icon to be my mod blocks.mapleplanks. Then the title component.translatable item group.tutorial. Then .display items, and then in here display param, comma, entries, arrow, and then curly bracket. And on the end here, you just run build. It should stop airing out. Then in here, we're going to run some Java logic. So you're going to run for field from Java lang reflect field in mod blocks.class.get fields. We're going to try block equals a block cast field.get, and then it's just going to be null. And then if block is equal to null, then we're going to throw new illegal state exception. It's going to be string.format field %s cannot be null, and then comma field.getName. And then here entries dot accept new item stack block. And then down here we're going to catch illegal access exception, and then we're just going to ignore this. Now we can take this, copy it, paste it, change mod blocks to mod items, change block to item, and then we can rename this to item. And we're going to add a check after this. So if field get type is not an item, then we're just going to cancel it out. Then we're going to make a public static void register, and I can put a logger. So tutorial.logger.info tab registered. So back in our tutorial class, we can run mod item group dot register. Now, if we run Minecraft again, we can find our creative mode tab on the second page with a untranslated name. If you're wondering how to fix that, you can just head over to your lang file and add an entry item group.tutorial my item group. It should match the ID here. Item group.tutorial. We can now see that our item group has a name, my item group, and every item that you have registered in your mod blocks and mod items is shown up in this menu. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.